Hello everybody, welcome back to the KotLC Fanbase. My name is Austin. In today's video, we're going to be going over more of your guys' theories because I got so many commenting down below that I just had to make another video. I'm just going to be basically reading over them and giving you guys my thoughts on, hey, do I like the theory? Do I think it could actually be in the next book? But before we jump into it, guys, make sure to drop a like if you guys like these theories videos. I know you guys have been enjoying, so definitely show your support and like this video if you guys want more. Also, guys, comment down below your theories in the comment section down below if you guys want a chance to be featured in the next theory video. Also, guys, make sure to subscribe down below. We just hit 15,000 subscribers, so now we're on our way to 16,000. It would really help us out if you guys could check down below and subscribe. But yeah, with all that being said, let's jump straight into the first theory. Alright, this first theory is by Simply Good Edits, and this person says, I personally think that Elysian is a failed Black Swan experiment and she'll have to be convinced to either side. As for the plotline, I think everyone who's in Elysian currently won't have their powers for the rest of the book, and I think Lady Gisela will be able to go through with the last phase of Stellarlune with Elysian's help, and Keefe will be broken, as she mentioned before. I think Lady Gisela will have him start numbing everyone in the lost cities or turning them into drones or something. And since Sophie and everyone don't have their powers, the whole book will be the struggle of saving Keefe in the lost cities. And then I think eventually Sophie will kiss Keefe again or something strange like that, and he'll snap out of it. As much as I hate to admit, I can see Ro plus Keefe dying to protect Sophie. I don't want to have only one book of Sokeefe, but it'd be a good plot twist. Wow, I really like this theory. I like how you said that Elysian might be affiliated with the Black Swan somehow because she's so powerful, so maybe the Black Swan did tinker with some of her abilities and maybe it failed and somehow she's got too powerful and, she's let loose and now she's working with Lady Gisela somehow. I mean, Lady Gisela would do something like that. She would work with someone who's evil if she really wanted to kind of create her plan with Keefe. So I really like that idea. And I think that Lady Gisela, it's inevitable. I think she's going to get to Keefe and I think she's going to be able to use Keefe's abilities to her advantage. And like this person said in the theory that they think that Keefe's going to be numbing everyone from their abilities. Hey, maybe that's true. Maybe she's trying to make Keefe have the same power as Elysian. And it looks like she's trying to get Keefe to be her own personal ability number. But yeah, great theory. Let's get on to the next one. Alright, this next theory is by Saturn, and this person says, my theory is that Sophie's dad doesn't even know he's her dad. Maybe he could be an ancient counselor that put the memory of working with the Black Swan and giving them his DNA and his cash, so he forgot about it all. I actually really like this theory. This could actually be 100% true. Sophie could have maybe met her dad before, or she could have not met her dad and it's some random person who just doesn't know that Sophie's her kid. And it could be maybe, there's brainwashers and maybe they just got a random person, they brainwashed him, so no one knows who Sophie's father is for her own protection, because we saw how much drama it caused when we found out Orli was Sophie's mother, biological mother. So maybe there's some sort of correlation between, some brainwashing, maybe they just donated their DNA and they have no idea that they even use this DNA to create Sophie. So that's a really good theory, really good point. But yeah, thank you for the theory. Let's get on to the next one. Alright, this next theory is by Phoenix, and this person says, my theory is the Elysian crew won't get their powers back and will have to go through the book 10 without them. I also think that Ro will die unfortunately, and that Jency and Rex become more important characters since Sophie and the others in Elysian will have lost their powers anyway. And yes, I do think that will only happen to Sophie, Keefe, Fitz, Morella, Maraka, and Gisela unless Elysian returns to Lost Cities. I think that Elysian places in the neutral territories, but I don't know. Good theory. I do have some suspicion that Elysian might be in the neutral because I don't think she wants to help Lady Gisela with her plans to too much of an extent. I think they might be kind of mutual. I don't think there's a coincidence that Elysian was there with Lady Gisela. I think they maybe know each other. Maybe Elysian is helping Lady Gisela make Keefe have the same ability as Elysian, but we have no idea. The other thing that I do have very big suspicion on is what will happen to Sophie, Keefe, and whoever was really in the Elysian battle. Will they get their powers back? I'm assuming that Elysian wants to take everyone's powers so that they can talk everything's out. But what will happen when they leave? Will Sophie get her powers back? Especially in this book. I mean, this is the final book. So if Sophie just loses her powers for this book, that means it's the end of the series and she won't have her powers. So that'll be kind of strange. So maybe she loses her power for half of the book. We'll never really know until we read it. But thank you for bringing up that awesome question about how long long are these powers going to be gone? Are they going to be gone forever? Are they going to be gone just for that little scene that they're going to have? And then the bigger question, like, was it just them that got their powers taken away, or was it the whole elven, world? So a lot of questions there. Thank you for the theory. Let's get on to the next one and the last one of this video. All right, I saved this theory best for last. I really enjoyed reading this person's theory. It's kind of long, so stick around. It's a really good theory, and this person said they researched about 1 hour just like researching and writing up this theory. So let's just get straight into it. I have a theory, and it's going to sound crazy, so give me a minute to explain. Cyra Endel is Elysian. When the word Elysian was first introduced and unlocked, Sophie wondered if it had any connections to Elysian Fields, which is a superior afterlife in Greek mythology, which is only for heroes. What is the point of this reference? It is meant to imply that Elysian is someone who is thought to be dead. But how could Cyra be Elysian if she only recently died? Simple. Elysian is a mantle that is passed down from elf to elf. Lady Fiena, elf who disappeared, mentioned in Kenrick's Cache, could have been Elysian before Cyra. Additionally, it is known that quintessence is the light element in KotLC. While readers do not yet know if quintessence can be controlled by flashers, they do know shades can control shadow flux, the opposite of quintessence. So, Elysian is a special kind of flasher that knows how to control quintessence, and Cyra is a flasher. Then, how did Elysian/Cyra turn off everyone's abilities? While Keefe's transformation used shadow flux from Tam, some form of light from Glimmer, Maxian, and Ethertine. After Keefe's transformation, his ability changes improve, and he got a new ability that let him numb people, etc. Shadow Flex was described to change all it touches by Lady Gisela, Tam's shade mentor. Lady Gisela told Keefe to embrace the change, yet Keefe's transformation was described as incomplete by Vespera, who said that if Keefe didn't receive Elysian, he would die. That's a big info dump right there, but everything comes together. Glimmer's light was used as a substitute for Elysian's use of quintessence. That's why Keefe needs to see Elysian. Then, in the same way that Shadow Flux can change things and give elves new abilities, quintessence can change things and give elves new abilities. An influx of both elements creates power. An influx of one creates power as well, but the imbalance in elements can slowly kill you. That's why Elysian has had multiple elves under one name in spite of elves' extremely long lifespan. And why won't the users of Elysian die as quickly as Vespera said Keefe would? Well, because their bodies are meant to handle some light as their flashers, so they may live a little longer. And the evidence for Cyra being the current Elysian keeps coming. She's being trained by the past Elysian, starting before Prentice's minds break. Then Lady Gisela, being the freak she is, found out Cyra knew more than she should. That's why she chose Cyra of all people to make the keystones to get to Elysian Island. And Cyra knew things were messed up, so she left the keystone for Biana. Then when Cyra was murdered, when her light leap was interfered with, she extended up halfway in a street and halfway next to the former Elysian. While part of Cyra died in the street, the other was nursed back to health and left as Elysian. While Cyra didn't want to leave Wiley behind, she couldn't return after being thought dead, and then fake her death become Elysian later. That just wouldn't work. So Cyra is Elysian. One of the best theories I've ever read. I'm giving some props to you. That was a great theory. I know you spent a lot of time on it, so I really wanted to put in the video. That's just a great theory. I'm so glad you commented it. If this is all true, I do have one I'm not going to do a whole explanation of this because it's really well explained, and this was a long theory. But one thing I have to add to this, if this is true and Keefe is going to become some sort of Elysian, have that ability, and you said that flashers are able to handle this ability better than others because they can handle light, they're flashers. Now Keefe is not going to handle this very well because he's not a flasher, right? So this could mean that Keefe is very, very in danger. If this is true, if this theory is true, Keefe is very much in danger because he's not a flasher. That's probably why they need to get to Elysian somehow. But yeah, thank you for this theory. I really love it. MVP of this video. But yeah, let's get straight into the outro. Alrighty guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed these theories. There's a lot of things to question about. I really enjoyed all these theories, so thank you everyone for commenting them down below, and just everyone who commented theories down below. I read all your theories, and there's definitely more I want to talk about in my next theories video, so definitely leave a like if you guys want more parts of this series, because hey, I mean, we're getting so many good theories. I'd love to go over some more. Also, comment down below your theories if you want a chance to be featured in another theories video. It really could be about anything. We got some about Sophie's dad, who is Elysian, what's gonna happen in the plot with their powers, like really anything. I would love to read any theories that you guys have, and just subscribe down below. I mean, we're trying to get to 16,000 subscribers. It's our new big goal, so definitely help us out in getting there. But that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day.